Hi everybody, welcome back. I thought I'd pop on because I've had a lot of feedback about the cat that I've just recently finished, the portrait picture of a cat. His name was Vero, and it was very, very sweet. A beautiful picture to start off with, which has made all the difference. Could see clearly, and it was a pleasure to do. Now the technique that I use is not an easy technique to do, and so I thought I'd put on a video of showing you how I've created this cat from start to finish. I filmed every bit of it, which wasn't easy, as you can tell, with lots of bloopers that I'm going to do a little film about bloopers soon. If anybody thinks that it's easy filming yourself, looking into a camera and talking to yourself, believe you me, I can vouch that it's not, and you get tongue-tied and things happen around you. I've just done one just a little minute ago, and a car alarm went off, and then I couldn't get my words out, and then I'm but you just need to relax. And I've taken off my glasses so you're not getting all this glare back. Look, can you see? The technique that I use, I kind of scratch into the paper a little bit, and I do it using this tool here. I've got a few. I've talked about these tools before, but people are still asking me questions about them. So these were what I bought off of Amazon, and they're just for sculpting clay, you know, for doing figures and things like that. But they are so good because they cost about $5.99 off of Amazon for the set. There's more pieces to it than this, but these are just the ones that I use. You get about 10 pieces and things like that. This is the end bit that I use. It's pointed, but it's not as sharp as it looks. It's not as sharp as a craft knife. It's got like a blunt edge, but you can use a craft knife, but you have to be very careful because it can rip your paper, which I've done before. And I got halfway through doing a portrait, and it was coming out the best one. It's always the same, isn't it? The best one I've ever done. What happens? I rip the flipping paper. So I don't want that to happen to you. So I don't really recommend using a craft knife. I quite like this because it's nice to hold, and when I want to do fatter marks of, then I've got this side as well, which is it's a bit sharper. I'm trying to focus it for you, sorry. But you can buy little wooden ones, but I find those a bit clumsy to hold. That's my personal opinion. So I enjoy doing this, and I scratch into it, and I more or less scratch over the whole of the portrait before I actually even start to add any colour or any base colours. So I just thought I'd come on and tell you, really, for anybody who's wanted to have a go. It's ideal for human portraits as well, for the hair. It's not a new technique, but I've taken it to the extreme because I've kind of abstracted it a bit. It's still a little bit abstract. It's not. It's still quite loose. My portraits are. They're not perfect to the picture, but looking at it, you can see I've taken the image of the picture and I've abstracted it, so it just looks slightly different, but you can tell it's still the same cat. So that's the fun part of it. If I was to just do a portrait absolutely perfect to that picture, you'd have a flat picture, a cat, say, I'm talking about a cat just because I've just done cat. You'd have a flat cat against the, you know, and you'd be looking at it, and it would be very hard to make it look more 3D. And as you can see from like the balls and things that I do behind me, I like things to like pop out of the picture. I don't like them to be just sitting on the page and looking flat and boring. So that's what I I'm aiming for. So yeah, so if you're looking at some of these are the more recent ones I've done, and if you look at these ones, look, they're all popping out because it's just down to contrast and colour. So yeah, so I thought that I would just slightly change it, and when I put these pictures on, people seem to like them, and they've been wanting to purchase some, well, you know, for me to commission some for them, and yeah, it's been quite nice. And I thank everybody, and I would like to thank everybody who's had a portrait, and anybody who wants a portrait, don't be frightened to contact me. You know, I'm not going to bite you. It sounds like an ad now, but it really wasn't intended to be like this. So anyway, I'm going to move on, and I'm just going to pop the video on now after I finish talking, and then we'll let it run through and see what you make. Oh, and thank you for all your compliments about my hair. Thank you, everybody. It was a big decision to go from long hair. My hair was right down here. When she cut it off at the hairdresser's, it was like, I felt a little bit sad, but I felt relieved as well, because when she actually held it up, it wasn't in good condition. When you're getting more elderly, you have to, you know, let your grey come through, and if you keep dyeing it, you're just dyeing your hair along with it, you know, you're killing it, you know, so there's no point. So I'm going to keep it short, let it go grey. After a few cuts, my grey will be through, and yeah, great, I love it, I'm happy, and yes. So anyway, going off the subject again, so without further ado, I'll let you watch this video all the way through, okay? you.